There's an old Jewish story about a rabbi who taught his students that everything can be used for the glorification of God. Well, one student thought he had a way to stump his teacher. Let's talk. Shalom, my friends. Yes, a student in a yeshiva class, the student in this story was certain that he had a way to trap his rabbi. He raised his hand and asked if everything really could be used to glorify God, and the rabbi reaffirmed what he had said before. The student then smugly asked, if that is true, please explain how denying the existence of God can be used for the glorification of God. What do you think? Had the student found the Achilles heel in what he took to be a mere platitude? Let me know your thoughts in the comments box below the video. The rabbi's response was simple, direct, and very powerful. He said, that is very easy to do. If you see a hungry person, don't trust that God will provide for him. Act as if there is no God and feed him yourself. And if you see someone shivering from cold because he or she has no warm coat, act as if there is no God and provide one yourself. Whenever you see human suffering, act as if there is no God and alleviate it yourself. That student learned an invaluable lesson that day, and it is as true today as it was when the old story was very new. In fact, this is quite an ancient piece of wisdom. The book of Deuteronomy, it's chapter 13, verse 5, if you're curious, tells us to follow in God's path. The Talmud asks whether it's possible for a mortal to follow God, and answers that Deuteronomy is telling us to mimic the attributes of God. It explains that God clothed the naked, referring to God making garments for Adam and Eve. So therefore, you should clothe the naked. God visited the sick, referring to God appearing to Abraham when Abraham was recovering from his circumcision at the age of 99. God visited the sick, so you should visit the sick. Psalm 147 says God comforts those who mourn, so you should comfort those who mourn. And finally, the Talmudic passage says God buried the dead, referring to the death of Moses. So you too should bury the dead. And so the rabbi was right. When we act as if there is no God by performing godly acts, we not only bring aid and comfort to others, but by doing so, we also glorify God. That is what I want to share with you this week. This is such a powerful teaching. I sincerely hope that you will give it serious thought. If you do find it worthwhile, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up on YouTube. This channel tries to focus on the most important issues of life, and if you would like to support us in that effort, consider becoming a patron through patreon.com using the link in the description box. And of course, please do join our more than 700 subscribers. You can subscribe by clicking on my face right over here and ring that notification bell so you won't miss any videos. Or watch our last video by clicking on its icon right over there. As ever, until next time, Shabbat Shalom.